At the beginnings of 1970s in Chile had been promoted the inward growth model via substitute industrialization, but begins to show clear symptoms of having reached a stage of exhaustion with no return. So, in this case, an environment was created that was conducive to deployment of some alternatives responses, and all this refers to capitalism. So now in the map we can see that Chile shares borders with Argentina to the north, with Bolivia and another part of Argentina to the east, with South Pole, with the south, and with the Pacific Ocean to the west.
Well, I'm going to explain about the type of government, language, and economy of Chile. The type of government. Chile is a representative democratic republic with a president in the executive power. The National Congress is divided into Chamber of Deputies and the Senate. The Senate carries out the legislative power and shares with the president the executive power. Another branch, judiciary branch, carries out matters of legal concerns. In the year 2005, the president amended the constitution to reduce the presidential terms from 6 years to 4 years and without possibility of re-election in the next period. The language. Spanish is the official language of Chile. It is spoken by 17 million of people, and the way to speak is too similar to Andalusian Spanish. The indigenous languages are spoken only by smaller numbers, and we can say the globalization is the reason why people is more interested to learn foreign languages than their native languages. The economy. According with the World Bank, the economy of Chile is a high income. It's considered one of South America's countries' most stable and prosperous nation. Although Chile has a high economic inequality, but it is close to the regional mean. The currency of Chile is the peso, has circulated since 1975 and is divided into 100 centavos. The gross domestic product in the year 2017 was of $277.1 billion.
Main imports and exports. The Chile's imports are petroleum, refined petroleum, crude steel equipment, delivery trucks, and broadcasting delivery. And the exports are fish, raw copper, the copper ore, refined copper, and sulfate chemical wood pulp. As we can see, the raw material is the most predominant in the commercial exchange of Chile.
And while Chile is modernly known as an efficient, global transactional country specialized in the manufacturing of high-end solicited metal resources, many environmentalists may not think quite fondly of the country's economical structure. But why is that? Well, it all boils down to the two sides of this argument. The positives, where many South American countries seem to fail due to poor economical and administrative structures that lie within their societies, Chile's management of the general market and growth of the country has become exponential to the level of production that the country follows, allowing itself to grow as much and as long as it continues to produce prime quality materials that high-tech and communication companies have continued to use for their infrastructures and in local and abroad countries. But while this is a great sign for progress, a continuous issue prevails. This is due to the global capitalist systems that we have allowed to grow and which have managed to ensue many of the world's political powers, bringing us to the negative side of the argument. Perhaps an issue that already rings in the air is the never-ending exploitation of the rural land and natural habitats for the endangered wildlife species, and terraforming of the working farming soil. Being that the economic impacts of climate change on the Chilean agricultural system are to be forever ingrained in the country's land history. After the evident shift of paradigm inside the country's economical structure, the continual shift of focus from inner actual potent and noticeable change and growth model to a more economical global expansion mentality has allowed a stepping stone to a non-linear agricultural supply model, denting many of the other areas of richness within the country. So far, Chile has been an interesting economical experience to be analyzed around the western side of the world, allowing an on-point case of study for a country that has had the advantage of an open opportunity to grow alongside a globalized world, providing resources where solicited and obtaining materials that in due past could have never imagined in acquired.